Oh, where you watch, look where you watch, know where you watch. Choose the right thing to watch. And this enough to watch. Sticky Stucky Sweet TV with Keith Gargan, Facebook and YouTube. And that enough to watch. The movie star fly take off from Palpatine TV so that. Boom!
A big sound, a big tune.
Ja holy Emmanuel I, boy. Ja Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. Well, Gideon go busting out them head again. So much oppression poor people face right now. Them crying out for freedom. Them crying out for free speech. Then said them want to stand up like them black liberators, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther and the ancient monarchy where come pave the way, sir. Free up black people from it, tear down them fence, yeah. Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon. The Gideon, I'm a Gideon, well, the Gideon go busting out them head. I listen, I see, I the power of the Trinity. Give us the teaching of His Majesty, and we know war, not every...
Blue, Mr. Gargan, blue. Blue till me dance up me toe.
Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, 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 woman. You born sexy. You sexy from your born. Spin your hole, make them see the bumper. And no dumper. Walkie, 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 woman. Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, 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 woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, walkie, walkie. And a talkie, talkie up. You back it up, cock it up, fling it up, ice it up. The thing pretty, pretty, and buffy, buffy, buffy. Walkie, 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 woman. You know sucky, sucky, sucky. You like when me shooby, shooby, shooby up. Walkie, 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 woman. Me like when you sweaty, 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 and wetty, wetty, wetty. Just like when rain a fall off of your body like a raindrop. Walkie, 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 woman. Me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want to brace up, not tears up. Make me feel up, feel up. Then we kiss up, and the lips. That and the split up. Yo, walkie, 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 woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, 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 and a talkie, talkie up. Yo, the thing pretty, pretty, and buffy, buffy, buffy. You know floppy, 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 or sappy, sappy, sappy. Your skin smooth like a young baby body. That's why them a watchy, 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 and a chatty, chatty, chatty. Woman, you sexy from walkie, walkie, walkie. Yo, me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want come brace up. Yo, make me kiss up, woman. You sexy from your and the lips, not on the split up. Yo, walkie, walkie, walkie. You just a walkie, walkie, walkie. Walkie, 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 woman. Me like how you walk. Woman, you sexy from your band. You like when me draw the long gun and me stick you up. Walkie, just a pinty up. Whoa, walkie, walkie, walkie. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band.
Oh, somebody ball out one. Somebody say take them out. Lift them and say mighty God. Reverse them. Move them. Pull them out. Spray them out. Every cockroach, every rat, every criminal, reverse them. Every chichi boy, pull them out of parliament. Every criminal, every scammer, every political scammer whose account can't count. All of them whose account can't count. Back them out. Spray them, they push them, some push up in our parliament, run them out, I drink out the milk, pull them out, pull them out. Mighty God, reverse them, indict them. Mighty God, mighty God, mighty God. Holy Ghost, send a Holy Ghost. Heist for them, deport them out of God's house. Some people in there want get deported back of their yard. Send them back. Jezebel, Delilah, send them back of their yard. Ahab, send them back anywhere they come from. Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Mary. Me I go St. Mary.
Just a minute. when we started.
You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I
My father Banya.
Yeah. Yeah, but some of them are really, some of you have to get, try to get the one that are really kind of clean, you know. Some of them is break up sometimes. They not really give you a straight and clean, you know. The BOJ and the PMP website as well. But why? I thought no life no life with Jennifer J she a stream from somewhere. She is a blogger anyway. You ever tell the people who are streaming on BOJTV, those are the big stations, the Glean as well. But most of them will say stream, them is blogger anyway. They must stream from the same side, one of the same side when we might be the Glean and the one who start early, I think. Okay. All right, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I think so might be. Because them usually out of the box early. That's why me kind of line them up, you know, hold the green now. PBC, PDs, which one that? Me no know the one there, you know. Me know PD TV, mean. PD, yeah. All right. Eh? Yeah, yeah, I think it's a JLP channel that in it. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, you know, really, you have to know the one, really. Yeah, I did GLP channel that. Who? Yeah. Let me see. Bush TV. Um, so yeah, BOJ, yeah, there's a BOJ TV live. So let me click on the click on live, yeah. See it live, but not now. Yeah, you see the live come up at the bottom, you like BE, but I never read that, I say it live, but it's not showing. You know, see nothing come up, it just the logo. Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me
On
see something.
BBCJ, the People's Station.
Jamaica's
Try this advert. I think so. This is yeah. What this advert now come from the premiere. That now have like this is part of the video, innit? So Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, so I'm saying like oh we have the premiere, it shouldn't be showing. No, like oh we have the premium. That's what I'm saying, innit? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, man, so alright, you work with that then, but then you know what I mean? So I'm gonna sound wait till them get into the counting and you know what I mean? When I gotta show them thing. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, yeah, yeah, man. All right, we see what happen. All right, later on, yeah, man. Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, what up, up and running, up and gunning. Sticky, stocky, sweet TV, Keith Gargan, cassava, having some difficulty in our broadcast still, but you know, so it goes still. So anyway, election night, very interested, very awesome. Everything I go on. And boy, me I tell you, say boy, Labour right I try to do everything in the book for TV election, but it's not gonna happen. So as I'm saying, election night and it's kinda really kinda getting bubbling. So let us see what we can show some result. But in the meantime, we go and run something, you know.
March, we are march, march, march.
Powerful music from the PNP, Blood and Fire. Labor right and free the feet like wow. Yeah, man. So I want to get some result in still. But you say all now, I don't hear the exit poll at all. How much percentage come out? If it's about 50%. Because you cannot, I don't know, some people hide some things. I don't know why. Glass, when we call the glass poll brown, you need to go to jail, you know. Believe you me. Because you're a crooked brother to be in that position. Yeah, very crooked. Very, very crooked. Yo, you guys need to go to jail, man. Because the antics when I play,
To rural
it's not gonna work.
is that like John Gordon Webley, who is a crossover from the JLP, Dr. Mavis Gilmore and Madam Rose Leon.
Yes.
Both of them represented both the PNP and the JLP.
That's right.
Both of them ran in West Rural St. Andrew.
And in Central Kingston, that rich history you spoke about earlier on, because I think Central Kingston was one of the original 32.
Yes.
Madam Rose Leon has interest and has represented in Central Kingston as well, which is part of the reason I think the PNP wants to make sure that that seat comes home. But as I mentioned a moment ago, the early
You don't want to
numbers
try to
for
cheat the fucking result, you know.
West Rural, I'm seeing 5.7%.
Chief don't want to tease the
votes
fucking
counted
result.
so far. JLP 379, PNP through Joan Gordon Webley is now at 483. Yeah, but for me, watching West Rural, it really depends on where the boxes are coming from, and we never have an indication on that because Brandon Hill is the PNP's bastion in West Rural.
We're not going to
St.
fucking TV
Andrew,
selection,
that
not
is where
gonna
they're
work.
coming then.
Hold that thought for a moment. Let's go back into the field. Jamila Maitland on location. Jamila, go ahead.
Not
Come
gonna
here, where are
work
you, and tell us
tonight
what's going on.
or this morning. No matter how I try. No matter how I try. No matter how hard I try. We're not gonna come
Okay, we'll
through
get back
that
to her in just a
gate.
moment. St. Catherine North
No,
Central, 4
no.
boxes of 108. Neil Powell of the JLP, 176.
Yo.
Natalie Nita Garvey, 165. Clifford, you looked as if you were coming in just now.
I was just thinking most of these seats that are like in this traditional PNP seats, they don't shake me or I think are shaking the party because it's just the P's that are coming in. So most of these seats we aren't really worried about. We're just like by an hour or two, I guess we'll see where we are in general.
So you're saying to run just second.
Yeah. But on the point with Joan Gordon Weagley, I think she's one of those women or just people in general that has that aptitude to serve no matter where they go. So it doesn't matter if she switched sides with you, she just wants to serve.
Well, that's you practice that spin.
No.
Want to jump in on that as well. Work is being done in the Brandon Hill division.
So hold on one sec. This is the West Rural St. Andrew. Joan Gordon Webley, 8 boxes of 144.83. Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, 379. George Roach, 1 vote, and that's 8 boxes of 140. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the Brandon Hill division is predominantly, the PNP usually gets their numbers out there. But in the last election, they got 1537 to the Labour Party, 1307 in the COVID election. The Labour Party in 2016 got 1451. So you can see that work is being done in that seat and in that division to close that margin that the PNP usually have in the Brandon Hill division. But as you know, Lawrence Tavern, Stony Hill, Red Hills is strong Labour Party territories, and that is what will take us home tonight in West Rural St. Andrew.
You won all the 4 divisions in the local government election.
Hold on 1 second from everybody. Let's go back to Jamila.
It's a party-like atmosphere outside the Gregory Park Primary School here in St. Catherine East Central. Incumbent, the Alanda Terrelov rather, is going up against the PNP's Raymond Price. We also have an independent candidate here, Casey on Radcliffe from the JPP. The Jamaica Labour Party's supporters are seemingly having an early celebration here while the ballots are being counted on the inside. There is a steady but consistent support here from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Police officers are up ahead On the other side of this crowd, you'll have the PNP supporters who are underneath their tent as well, taking it easy. But as you see, the celebration is really here with the JLP supporter. Now, this particular constituency is interesting because it's one of those steady but swing seats rather, and so the PNP rather would want to take a seat. Now, in this division, in this constituency, there are three divisions. Southborough, you have Portmore Pines and Gregory Park. In Portmore Pines, that is where the PNP support is large, and that is where they're trying to get more of their supporters to come out to see if they could make a difference. In Gregory Park, however, there's an equal number of PNP and JLP supporters here. As I said, on the other hand, the PNP supporters are there having their own party. We're going to walk through the crowd to get a little bit of the excitement that we're seeing. Lots of music, tribulation in the streets, while the final ballot is being counted on the inside. We're making our way through the crowd here outside the Gregory Park Primary School in St. Catherine East Central.
Okay, well, everybody obviously enjoying themselves there. We haven't so far seen any official results coming there. And we have St. Catherine South here, 6 boxes of 150. The PNP's Fitzjackson 380. The JLP's, okay, Delroy Dobney, I think that was. St. Catherine North Central, 4 boxes of 108. Neil Powell of the JLP 176. Natalie Nita Garvey 165. Carlton Bailey with 1 vote here. And we haven't progressed in Kingston Central, still seeing that 1 box out of the 80. We've been seeing that for a little while. And of course, a lot of times you see this happen and then suddenly you're at 80 or 90% of the count. So we can expect that that's going to be happening shortly.
Right.
East Kingston and Port Royal, 2 boxes of 91.
We don't need to hear that one.
Well, you know, let's not have our listeners feel that we have forgotten.
But it was won by the JLP once.
Once, never again.
1980.
Not likely. St. James South at the moment, we're watching that. We're really expecting that that's one of the seat, Clifford, that you have to take back. 3.6% of the vote counted.
The problem, Emily, is that what we have here on either side are 2 people who are emphatic, that they are confident. They have to take back their seat and they will hold on to their seat. So I don't know.
It's a good thing we don't listen exclusively to them because we come with independent analyses. So it's 3.6% of the votes counted. JLP 198. PNP 243. So the PNP is leading there at the moment. But again, it depends on the division that those boxes are coming from. So we're watching Westmoreland Eastern, a seat you need to take as well. At the moment officially, 5.7% counted. And the PNP is leading by 6 votes, 259. To the JLP's 253. That's Dr. Dayton Campbell against Daniel Lawrence in the constituency of former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson.
Eastern Portland, 2 boxes of 140. Anne-Marie Vaz, 195. Isaac Buchanan, 103. Tracy and Gillespie Harris, no votes so far. So that's just 2 boxes there out of Portland Eastern.
Can I just jump in to say St. James Southern, right?
Yes.
If you look at the data, in 2016, Labour Party, 6,216. But you notice in the COVID election, we would have increased our numbers in that seat, 7,245 votes. So a lot of work has been done in that seat. We expect the Labour Party to have a good showing there this evening.
We're going to go to break, but just before that, we asked members of the public how important they think this election is to them. Take a look.
How important have this election been to you?
Well, it's very important to me, you know, boss. You see me? Because I want this thing to go ahead of me, you know. You see me? You don't know. We want to get rid of it, get rid and put up a put in. And you understand me? I say the thing the right way.
Choose Jamaica our time. Yeah, Andrew Holness do a lot. I say, I know I say Mark with a plan. Him don't have a plan. Andrew Holness have a whole heap of plan. Whole heap of plan Andrew Holness have. And tell you something good to me. I fly from foreign, come to Jamaica just for this.
This election is very important as a young person because the future of Jamaica is rested in Mark Golding, who is the leader of the People's National Party.
Important because to make all of the young people them eat food and I do better. What I mean? And to do a lot to Jamaica. Wow, your favorite sunshine granola.
Boxing will come in slowly, man. I don't know what's happening. People playing tricks. But in the end of the day, when the night is over, early whatever, the morning, it's gonna have to be PMP. I'm still assessor. Yeah.
To the door. It hurt me so. Said it so, baby. When you look at me and you say goodbye, you made me cry. Said you made me cry.
Anyway, a lot of people are gonna cry tonight. Early in the morning. Early in the morning, a lot of people are gonna really cry. It's true. Whose side is it? Yo. Wi-Fi break up, you know. Fuck about. Wi-Fi, come on and be on your best behavior in the morning here. I don't want no glitch. Want to see what I go on and see what I go on. Yo.
I think we need to be testing these machines way before we go into the actual day. I think some of the other things that I heard people talking about too was that a lot of the workers weren't really aware of the process. So I'm not sure what the training that went into, you know, the day happening. So I think there are lots of things that were at play. And I think just the little details, like just little comfort things that we can do. You know, if we know that there's a station where the inside is small, so people will be gathering outside a lot. You know, maybe add a little tent, you know, some chair, just like, you know, just little things that we can do to, even if you have to wait a long time, at least I'm sitting down, you know, at least it's a little shade. So I'm not just standing in the sun. So I think there's lots of little detailed things that we can do where even if the technology part of it is failing, at least people are comfortable with it.
Well, I was standing in the sun. The Diego, what would you say to the EOJ about the long wait that some people would have had to experience?
All that
right. So I think, speaking from experience, what I experienced today,
deliberately,
I went to the polling station, and something that I noticed is that there are a lot of elderly persons at the stations. A challenge is that there isn't enough persons there to assist them in getting their ballots, space, as she said, to sit. These are some of the issues that they had. So I think there needs to be a suitable amount of persons allocated to assist these kind of persons, because we talked about younger persons in terms of, you know, the process for them, but we also need to look at the older persons who in some instances make up the majority of the voters. So we need to I think allocate spaces for them, be it personnel, seating areas,
you know, organize properly,
getting
chaka
a bit quicker, because the thing is, they're not as technologically inclined as us, younger persons. So there's a greater challenge for them. So in terms of maneuvering, moving into the polling stations, the long wait lines.
Because what JLP are doing, they might try every trick in the book to see this election, Them start by moving the polling station them and carry some of them in some fucking bush, desert. And that is because confusion. And that are going. People have to stay long in the line, in a sun hot, organized. And you have an unfair person who are run the head of the whole shit, So I don't know. I can see, I kind of have a feeling that say, well, then a lot of shit will go on. Yeah, man. Unfairly.
The longer process and that kind of stuff, I think, needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I think I had similar challenges as it relates to older folks as well. I had a number of them in the line where I was, and there was no seating arrangement there. And of course, I listened to the worker from the EOJ telling every single person at a she took her time to read the instructions. When I went in, I said to her, please do not read me the instructions. I just need to vote and leave. I've been here too long. But a question I have for you.
Yeah, that is a whole of time again. It's a plan, strategy,
3 issues stood out for you in this election that made you think, this is the party I would choose to give my vote?
All right, so my issues really stemmed from policy. So I looked at 3 fronts. Literally as debate happened, so the social issues, the economics, and then the general look at the leadership in terms of the organization of the party. So in terms of policy, currently I wouldn't say I'm formally employed, but in terms of the income tax threshold, how the finances of the country is being managed, the proposals going forward for the financial stability of the country. That's something that I thought was very important. And then secondly, looking at the social aspect of it, how persons go about in their lives, how we interact with each other. That's something I think needs to have more focus, especially when you're looking in schools, how kids are interacting with each other. We have not as much as
internet break up
post-COVID or pre-COVID.
I'm not like them things there, fucking, get a good picture at all.
The education parts, the social and education, how that intertwines. And then on the leadership, not specifically the leader of the party, but the structure of the party, which party seemed more organized. That's something that I took into consideration,
So on the leader, before you continue, the statutory declarations, that point was a pain point for the Jamaica Labour Party as it relates to leadership, and the PNP harped on that point throughout the season. Did that affect you in your thought process?
For me personally, it did, because I think as a leader of any democratic country, you need to convince the people, because actually first point, people inherently see politicians as corrupt, right? Either way you look at it. So they ask the regular persons, they might not care, because they might say, them say him corrupt, but it might also corrupt when more covert with it. So I think, especially as a leader of a country, that's something that needs to be addressed. The Prime Minister said that he's not under an investigation, he has not been charged with anything, and so on and so forth. So, but still, it's in the media, persons are very attentive to it. So I think the People's National Party pointing that out successively leading up to the leadership debate, I think was fair game.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. We're going for a quick break, and of course when we are back we'll have a lot more. It's the race to 32, and we're here eager. I think Saeed said pollsters, politicians and voters, but I think the media may be a little bit more eager to get the results. So stick with us right here on the race to 32.
Yeah, man. It's not the media alone. We want to get some result coming in. But, as I'm saying before, labor right, I will try everything in the book. Because I try it already. I can't see what I'm up to. Because I don't know how you can go into a polling station and people are saying, well then, your name is not on the list, register list, right? So they might confuse the people and write this up. And they might move the polling station from a convenient place where it used to be, because we see antigen say she have to go drive going at some, you want to see the road too, you know. And they move it off of the main. Soldier was voting the same thing. Some got man to go be. So what them do, them play politically suicide, trickery. So them trick the people them and them come now. I trick them to stay in power again. Because I don't like what's going on, you know. I don't like what's going on right at the moment. Something not right. Something not right at all. Something not right. Make preacher deal with them till they come back.
Oh, somebody ball out word. Somebody say take them out. Lift them and say mighty God. Reverse them. Move them. Pull them out. Spray them out. Every cockroach, every rat, every criminal, reverse them. Every chichi boy, pull them out of parliament. Every criminal, every scammer, every political scammer whose account can't count. All of them whose account can't count. Back them out. Spray them, they push them, some push up in our parliament, run them out, I drink out the milk, pull them out, mighty God, reverse them, indict them, mighty God, mighty God, mighty God, Holy Ghost, send a Holy Ghost. Heist for them, deport them out of God's house. Some people in there want get deported back of their yard. Send them back. Jezebel, Delilah, send them back of their yard. Ahab, send them back anywhere they come from. Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Mary. Me I go to St. Mary.
The drum them sound really, really powerful, you know, in the morning, you know. But look on Andrew Holness and in 49 Thieves. Pure thief them that they say, you know. All of them, pure rascal thief. Look at them. And them want, you know, how much of them in at that? Right there, sir. Where is he illicit yet? What nobody don't know about. Well, in fact, not 8, 9. 10 of them, Andrew Holness call out. So, boy, I tell you, you know. And them want to get back in the power. Eh? Look at them. Andrew Holness a lead the ship. Him are the captain. Right? Alibaba and his party thief. Look at them. They want to come back in the next 5 years again. Jamaica don't mash and crush like a callalot rotted. Believe you me. And that's not a joke, a serious thing. We allow these people to screech them way back in. Jamaica crush like callalot. And what I mean by that? Only the rich gonna survive. Because people cannot risk them life already. And I go through Mexico and I go some of them don't even come back. Their parents don't hear nothing about them. I run left Jamaica in the last 5 years. So we think for the next 5 years after GLP lead government in Jamaica. Yo. But a lot of people now look on it like how me look on it. Because they not really think. Them thinking kept gone. Some of them think about today and not tomorrow. You know what I mean? Today and not tomorrow. So them think, anyway, they go back in the election here and see what go on.
We're back with you with TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections. Before we go back to some more results as well as our panel, let's go to PNP headquarters with Dwayne Anderson.
People familiar with the geographical layout of St. Andrew will know that the PNP's headquarters here on Old Hope Road is smacked in the middle of what you call a PNP Bastille here in southeastern St. Andrew. And I say that because with each passing minute, the PNP supporters are just flooding into here, just glancing at the crowd right now. I'd say about 400 or 500 people are here, and they're here confident that their party is going to win tonight. But among the people here tonight is my colleague from the Gleaner, senior reporter, Kimon Francis. Kimon, you were on the road today. You went through in parts of St. Catherine, parts of St. Andrew and Kingston. What did you observe specifically in those battleground seats?
It was a bit strange today, and I say strange in the sense that customarily in elections you see the parties' bases, they're out in their numbers. Today I had to literally go into the garrisons, deep into the garrisons, to see the base and to hear from them. What I saw in a lot of the communities was really the middle income earners, working class, upper middle.
Give me a minute, Kimon. I'm sorry, we're doing a live on TV, so could you just step back and give me a couple minutes, please? Thank you. You can speak to me afterwards. Kimon, you were saying about the middle class voters?
Right, we were seeing middle income earners, upper middle income just lining up, waiting for hours to vote. We didn't see much of the base support, as I said previously.
Continue speaking, it's fine.
Interestingly, when I spoke to a senior member of the People's National Party, what they said to me was that we have 14 and the goal is to keep that 14, and we're really looking at 21 more minimum to add to that to take us across the line.
No, we've been hearing complaints left, right, and center about slow voting, low turning. It's fine. Thank you very much. But one particular thing that we must note that here in Jamaica is that employers are required and encouraged to send home their workers a little bit early so they can vote. While coming through Western St. Andrew, in particular on Spanish Town Road, we saw this massive buildup of traffic where I'm imagining some voters would have been in that traffic. You were able to find out what was going on. What happened for those 2-3 hours where people were just stuck in traffic?
And what was happening was that supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party, I don't want to say clash, but they met. And what I saw was actually a sight for sore eyes, given our history. They were dancing. So the police were working to try and clear the traffic, but not aggressively. They wanted people to interact, but it did cause, a pileup.
Thank you. Kimon and I, we're here at the PNP's headquarters, and I'm imagining based on how slow the voting is going, we could be here until around midnight or 1 a.m., but we'll be sure to bring you whatever newsworthy happens. It's back to you in the studio. Dion.
Thank you so much, Dwayne. Well, as we were saying earlier, though, a lot of times what you have is you have this very slow period, and then all of a sudden the results just start pouring in, a tsunami of results a lot of the time. We're not quite at that point yet, so when we look at a lot of the results, so for instance, we're seeing East Portland on the screen there. We've been stuck at this particular result for a little while, just 2 boxes. And here we go. I don't think we've read this before. We have St. Ann Northeastern, 17 boxes of 147, Matthew Samuda of the JLP with 885, Ryan Simpson of the PNP with 686.
It's going to be a long night, people.
Right, so this is Trelawney Northern. 16 of 146 boxes counted. Earl, I think you're in better eyesight than I am.
I'm realizing.
Yes. October Hamilton, 928.
Let me hand over the baton properly to you, Earl.
Yes.
Take the baton, Earl.
October Hamilton, 928 to Wickham McNeil, 662. So she has 58%, and he has, well, let's move on to Trelawney Southern. 186 for Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, and Paul Patmore of the PNP, 156. That is 5 boxes of 96.
And we expect Marissa Dalrymple Philibert to hold that.
7 boxes out of 120 in Manchester Southern. Peter Bunting, 651 to Ian Ives, 439. So that's 59.6 to 40.2%. And the independent Karen Scott, she got 2 votes. Manchester Central, interesting one. Donovan Mitchell of the PNP, 809 votes to Rhoda Crawford of the JLP, 731. 13 of 139 boxes. Manchester North Western, Michael Phillips of the PNP, 220 votes, and Damian Young of the JLP, 167 votes. Tricia Stewart Angus still at 1 vote. So Michael Phillips has 56.7% of the votes to Damian Young, 43%. Trelawney Northern, we're back there, and it's 16 of 146 boxes. Has it moved? October Hamilton, 928 to Wickham McNeil, 662, 58% to 42%. Maybe I should make a point about Peter Bunting and Southern Manchester, but not specifically about Manchester Southern, but just Peter Bunting's career. Should he win tonight, he would be one of a very small number of persons, if he's not unique, to have won 3 different seats in Parliament. Started in Clarendon East, Southeast, then went to Manchester Central, and now in Manchester South.
Let me just throw in a quick apology for my viewers. We haven't been attributing the votes to the Jamaica Progressive Party. Those are the candidates that you're seeing coming up with a symbol of the praying hands behind them. They're actually not independents. They are members of the Jamaica Progressive Party, which fielded a number of candidates in the election. So my apologies to the party and the viewers for that. Yes, sir.
So we're now in Westmoreland Eastern, 7 boxes of 123. And you have Dayton Campbell leading, just so, with 259 votes to Daniel Lawrence of the JLP, 253. So that's 49.6% to 48.5%. And, well, St. Elizabeth North Western, Andrew Morris of the JLP, 76%,
Labour try hard, you know.
votes to Patricia Scarlett Forrester.
Still election, you know.
Votes, that's 23%.
By election, by vote, and still election.
And Mr.
But
Edwards, Jason Edwards.
I think anywhere them turn,
3 votes.
The Jamaica Progressive
Jamaica Progressive Party.
they will get whopping.
St.
Yeah, man.
Elizabeth North
That's my
Eastern,
belief.
Delroy slowly
From day one and right, you know.
444
Yeah.
votes to just Julika Jess. Zulika Jess.
Yes.
147.
Gonna be a long night.
Joseph Pattison, he is 0 votes, and the JDP candidate 0 votes as well.
Well, Pattison,
Delroy
0
is
votes.
comfortably ahead at
Right.
the moment.
The
St.
salt.
Catherine East Central.
Yes.
The
Orlando
salt, boy.
Terrelong, 84 votes. Raymond Price, 54 votes.
We've been stuck here. for a
1
little
box
while.
out of 98.
Yeah, this has been coming up. We've been stuck here.
So this is one of the seats that the
Still looking good for the
needs to
PNP.
wrestle back tonight.
Yeah.
If they hope to win this election. Very crucial seat for them. Orlando Terrelong, I think, is looking for his third term. Third term at the moment. And it's not the first time he's facing
go down,
Raymond
you know.
Price. Raymond Price is always
And
a
if it
great
go,
challenger. So we'll see what happens tonight.
St. Thomas Western, 6 of 163 boxes, and you have Hubert Williams of the PNP with 290 votes, and the James Robertson 229, Carleen Applick of the JDP 1 vote.
Hubert Williams, former mayor, and James Robertson, of course, several times up to bat. Okay, we've seen some progress here. St. Thomas Eastern, 28 boxes of 128. The PNP's Yvonne Shaw at 1,294. The JLP's Michelle Charles, 1,158. Claudius Wong at 11 votes. Jovian Blair of the Jamaica Progressive Party, 5 votes. So that's 28 of 128. That's about what? Sorry, I tried to do the maths and the maths now maths. All right, so let me move on. Manchester Southern, 8 boxes of 120. The PNP's Peter Bunting, 739 votes. Have we moved here?
I don't think so.
I don't think this moved.
Oh.
The LP's Ian Ives, 479.
No.
Okay, I think it just moved as
This is a final.
Hold on. 120 of 120. Okay, it kind of shifted on us there. So this
Where
is
are
a
blood
complete
clot,
result.
people?
And this is 120. Can we go back to that, please? All right. Can we go back to that? That's 120 out of 120.
Would be on Jackson Miller, you know.
That,
all
there
you
go. So Peter
compromise.
Bunting has
I don't rate you
won
at all.
Manchester
And you
Southern
want
for the
the
People's
JLP
National
to
Party,
win.
8,573
He's a
votes,
sucker.
7903 for Ian Ives.
So
Karen Scott, 21. Quick
Yo.
comments, everybody.
We have to say
Them people are
that
really
Peter Bunting
compromise,
has
you know.
made history.
I don't know why them
As
compromise
Earl has just pointed out, he's the
with the
first
JLP like that.
man in
Because
Jamaica's history
them can't
since
get
1944
corruption money.
to have won a seat in 3 different
That's all it is.
constituencies. First in Southeast, Clarendon, and then in Central Manchester, and now in South Manchester. Looking here as well, I see we're northwestern St. Elizabeth by the Electoral Office of Jamaica's numbers. Andrew Morris of the JLP has taken that over Patricia Scarlett Forrester, 5,555 versus 3,821 with 100% counted. When I look at Hanover, Westmoreland, 2 constituencies in Hanover, the PNP is leading in both of those at the moment, and it is leading in the 3 Westmoreland seats at the moment. We'll give you the breakdown very soon as to the number of boxes counted, but Eastern has 89.4% counted. Dr. Dayton Campbell is out, 6,595 out in front, ahead of the incumbent Daniel Lawrence, who is trailing with 5,012, with only about 10% of the votes to come in for Eastern Westmoreland.
Here's St. Thomas Eastern, 71 boxes of 128. The PNP's Yvonne Shaw, 3,700. Can we go back to that? Okay, I lost that. Western Westmoreland, okay, let's move on. 8 boxes of 138. The PNP is Ian Hales, 411. I don't feel we've moved here. Garfield James of the JLP, 351. This feels like one we've seen before.
There was movement in central Manchester. I don't know whether we could go back to that one.
So.
Significant movement in central Manchester.
All right, we have here St. Elizabeth Northeast, 86 boxes out of 125. The PNP is Zalika Jess leading here, 5,504. The JLP is Delroy Slowly, 5,278. Sean Mary, 10 votes. Joseph Pattison. Sean Mary of the Progressive Party has 10 votes. Joseph Pattison of the UIC has 8 votes. So this is 86 boxes out of 125 for St. Elizabeth Northeast.
What is this? Clarendon Northwest. This is where
Hold on 1 second. We have a completed. Oh yes, you read this already. My apologies. Go ahead, Emily. That's St. Elizabeth Northwest, but you had shared that with us already.
Right. So Northwestern. This is where Warren Newby of the JLP is up against Richard Azan. 91.7% of the votes counted. Richard Azan is leading 6,356 to Newby's 5,895. Not many boxes there left to go. We'll come back to that in just a moment.
Okay.
Still PNP looking good. It might not be the landslide we dream and think about, but a win is a win.
Viewers and listeners, them drink tea. Always a good thing to do.
Yes.
Yes, when you're a Jamaican, you don't know what to do, drink tea.
So you needed to, Clifford, you needed to take South Manchester, which is the first JLP tree to fall tonight. And Peter Bunting has done that. Yeah. As I said, you're leading in all of Western Jamaica at the moment, and it looks as if for Eastern, that Dr. Dayton Campbell will reclaim that for the People's National Party, but the numbers are a little early in Central and in Western. Yeah? So, your thoughts on taking South Manchester?
I mean, I think that was already a given for us. We already had as a comfortable take. Really, I don't think there's anybody that really thought that the JP would have held on to as South Manchester. I think it's similar with South St. James as well.
Well, Eastern St. Andrew, which you needed to take as well, 91% of the votes counted. Favour Williams, 6,490. To Patricia Duncan Sutherland, 5,398. You ready to give that up? 9% of the boxes to be counted, but she's leading by just a shade under 900, 800, 900 thereabouts. So.
I think a seat like that is something that goes down to the wire, down to the last count. I think there's possible headers we can make and probably we will make it.
Okay, we're going over to EOJ. Let's go over to EOJ with Kalisha.
Thank you so much, Dion. Now, I know you've been providing the latest numbers to our viewers, but we just saw a significant jump in the numbers here at the ECJ. Now, right behind me, I can see some of the constituencies where the counting has been completed. Manchester Southern, one of those constituencies that we have been watching closely. We're now seeing the People's National Party in that constituency 8,573 votes to the Jamaica Labour Party's 7,903 votes. I know this is a lot for our viewers to digest, so I'll not go through every one of them, but now looking at another one where I'm seeing that the counting has been completed. St. Elizabeth Northwestern, we're seeing where the Jamaica Labour Party 5,555 votes and the People's National Party 3,831 votes. Now I'll get back to that board in a bit in another update, but right now I'm joined with my colleague from the Gleaner, Karen Madden. Karen, thank you so much for joining me. I know today we've been hearing about the concerns about persons being in line for hours. I voted in Southern St. Catherine. I got there around 10:18. I didn't leave until around 10:45. Some people may say it doesn't seem long, but there are only 2 persons in front of me. And what was your experience?
My experience is similar to yours, Kalisha. Same constituency. I voted at Belmont Park Primary School. A very busy polling station with probably about 15 PDs. So when I got there just after 7 o'clock, my mantra is early voting. So I got there just after 7 o'clock. When I got there, I joined a line outside the polling division, the polling station, which is very unusual. Probably about 15 or 17 people in that line. And then we went inside and had to line up again in front of your particular PD. And we were there in the steaming sun. It took about 40 minutes for the process to be completed, and everybody in the line was also saying that, and many experienced voters were saying that, that this is very, very unusual.
Okay, thank you so much, Karen. I'm going to go back to the board a bit, and we're seeing the People's National Party is leading
election
30
in
constituencies,
all different
and the Jamaica Labour
ways where
Party
them
leading
can.
33 constituencies.
They
And as I
confuse
mentioned
people,
earlier, we've seen a
make people just
significant
give
jump
up
in terms
and about a
of the
vote.
progress
Them
in
people
each
take them easy.
constituency. Moving now to even St. Andrew,
Yo.
St. Andrew Southeastern, where 89% of the boxes counted there. We're seeing the People's National Party 4,710 votes to the Jamaica Labour Party 2,827 votes. Going back to another constituency, I'm going down now to, St. Andrew Northeastern, where 94% of the boxes have been counted, and the Jamaica Labour Party leading in that constituency 4,883 votes to the People's National Party's 3,555 votes. Karen, anything, and I know you covered in 2020, are you seeing anything that is really, I know there are some seats we've been watching closely, 12 of which, the Jamaica Labour Party won in 2020 that it hadn't won in years. Was there a particular constituency you were watching closely coming into this election?
Yes, certainly. I grew up in East Rural St. Andrew, so that's always a seat that is of interest to me. So I was watching that as among the seats that I was watching. I expected things to be different. I'm not an election expert by any means, but I expected things to be different in a non-COVID times as it was in 2020.
Thank you so much, my colleague from the Gleaner, Karen Madden. And Dion, of course, I'll have some more updates for you when you join me in the next live report. Reporting from the ECJ, I'm Kelisha Williams. It's back to you, Dion, in studio.
Thank you so much, Kelisha. And just to repeat what Kelisha just said in terms of the latest seats, what should I say, where they're leaning, JLP leading at this moment in 33, PNP leading in 30. We have a St. Andrew East Rural, but this is from way back when. I suspect the counting has changed significantly here. This is 3 boxes of 137. PNP's, okay, let's go to St. Thomas Western, 26 boxes of 163. JLP's James Robertson, 1223. The PNP's Hubert Williams, now 1,060. And Carlene Affleck of the Progressive Party with 9 votes. Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back. We'll get some more comment and lots more results.
Boy, oh boy. It's a long way to go, but some trickery go on, But in the end of the day, we're going to come out victorious. Trust me. You have to just have faith and know so it go. We just have to have faith and know so it go. So we're going to do some blood and fire again. Boom.
March, we are march, 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 we are march.
won that seat. It's a school teacher, school principal face-off in this particular one, and it is Andrew Morris who has held on to that for the Jamaica Labour Party.
Okay, starting to see things shaping up here. And here is another of those we're watching closely. Clarendon Northwestern, 99 boxes out of 108. They
111. Williams,
10 boxes to go.
6,490. So she's almost 1,100 ahead of Patricia Duncan Sutherland with just 10 boxes left to count in Eastern St. Andrew. Faithful Williams, at this stage, I don't know any pundit who would have predicted that the race would have.
East Central.
Okay.
Western St. Mary. Just 1.4% of the boxes counted in Western St. Mary. And it is 96 JLP, 43 PNP, early yet.
Okay, I think we need another break. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more results for vote 25 right after this.
Just 1.4% of the boxes counted in Western St. Mary, and it is 96 JLP, 43 PNP, early yet.
Okay, I think we need another break. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more results for vote 25 right after this.
Yeah, man, the 45 teeth look like them really play some trickery, because if Faithful Williams win, that was a shocking lad, result, lad. Now, sir, something alright. Money, you know, money make the mayor run. Money is the root of all evil. So we know that, yeah. Faithful Williams win. That was shocking, so, something alright. Money, you know. Money, man. Money make the mayor run. Money is the root of all evil. So we know that, yeah. Money, the root of all evil. Because I don't understand this. Politics, you know, really is something, you know. That's why it named politics. Yeah. No, sir. But see what I go and say. The root of all evil. Because I don't understand this. Politics, you know, really is something, you know. That's why it named politics. Yeah. No, sure. But see what I go and say.
I think they made mention of somewhere specific in St. Catherine. They didn't say all of St. Catherine, as I remember, or in Clarendon, maybe just Maypen. So I don't know. I don't think the situation is so bad that they couldn't get the material into the offices by the phone. I don't know.
Because what my challenge is with a situation like that, they would have to be communicating verbally. Let us say they're able to get in some phone calls.
Yes.
So from the counting centers, they would call the EOJ to say this candidate has 2,104,
Yes.
but the person taking the information said 2,111.
Yes, yes.
And that just throws off the entire thing.
Yes.
Because when you come back to the official count now, the numbers are going to be so different.
But I think that they would have to be a little more careful than that. Robert.
Yes, but anything can happen.
Anything can happen. You're a fertile imagination. but you're right, anything could happen. And it's interesting to know what has shocked me about this, not just that the vandalism thing place here, is that it affected the two.
Both.
That's right.
So it seemed like it's a deliberate act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope the EOJ, though, had some other mechanism in place.
Yeah, I would imagine that they would have their backup because it would be that they would be relying on one system, and maybe them have that good system that we call the one that they use the satellite and not the local.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. That would affect us. Us as in Irish. Yes, we've gone above that level of communication. We rely on satellite, so
yes,
to a large extent,
I understand.
it wouldn't affect us. But it is going to be interesting to hear how the EOJ deals with it. Now, it might be simple and easy for them because they would probably have prepared for occurrences like these.
Yes.
So they just move to their backup system.
All right. So the voters would have, been given the chance today to cast their ballots. Looking back at some of the issues that dominated the campaign trail, what were those standout issues for you both?
Well, for me, it was the amount of promises that were made and the differences that entailed in both promises. This one saying this is going to cost that, and the next one saying no, it's not going to cost that, it's going to cost. So at some point we start to wonder exactly where the real numbers lie. And depending on which angle you're looking at it from, you might tend to want to go with that one, or you might want to go with that one, because a lot of people really...
I have been advised that there's a commercial break at 8:15 for 3 minutes.
A lot of people are not really concerned
about
the real issues.
Awesome.
And a lot of people are more dependent on...
You mean depending on their
party?
party?
Look like a fella.
Because some of the things that some of the things that some people slide over, you really
I
have to
like
wonder how they decide to just slide over that. But this is Jamaica. A lot of people too are not really seized of the issues, and they pay scant regard to some of the important elements that make up these issues. And so you're wondering,
is that the responsibility of the media, or is that a fault of the media?
No, but some people don't even listen to the media, because them only listen to them Spotify and SoundCloud, and they don't really seize of the real issues. So they look at the surface issues, but they don't really get deep into the issues. And if I say 1 and 1 make 3, some people is going to say, okay, you can't tell me nothing, 1 and 1 is 3, because so and so say 1 and 1 is 3. And I think we have a challenge with that.
But I think you could add to that, for example, one of the manifestos came out rather late.
Yes.
Then a lot of the financial promises came out to the very end.
Yes.
Of the so and with all the things that were going on, there would not necessarily have been a good opportunity to sit down and dissect and because in the midst of the excitement at these meetings,
and you're throwing a, we're going to increase that or reduce that.
And a lot of people depend. Okay, as we get ready to join Shanice, a lot of people depends on what the media interprets it as. But I think Shanice is standing by and ready to join us, so let us throw it over to Shanice. Yeah, Shanice from the EOJ. Let's go straight to Shanice at this time. Shanice? Oh, we're not hearing Shanice.
So much.
Yeah, she's coming.
So
Go ahead, Shanice.
things are picking up. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so things are picking up at the EOJ hub, where we are now at 52.6%. Actually, it's changing. 52.6% so far. That's the progress. We have 3,837 of 7,294 boxes completed. We're looking at the specific candidates right now. I'm waiting on the EOJ personnel to pull it up. Right, so for Portland Western, we have the JPPs, Andrew Aiken with 9 votes. Forbes Campbell of the PNP with 2,369 votes. And Daryl Vaz of the JLP with 3,095 votes. 53 of 104 boxes completed. So that's 50.96%. So we have a bit more weight for Portland Western. We're waiting for one more to come up. So St. Catherine East Central, we have the PNP's Raymond Price with 4,198 votes, and Alando Terrelong of the JLP with 5,498 votes. And that's 80 of 98 boxes completed so far, about 81.63%. So we're waiting. One more, okay, St. Catherine Southern, the JLP's Ricardo Dobney with 3,765 votes. The PNP's Fitz Jackson with 5,422 votes and 80 votes with the JPP Courtney Morrison. St. Anne Southeastern, JLP's Adion Peart with 2,131 votes. Kenneth Russell, 4,094 votes. That's of the PNP, with 69 of 131 boxes completed so far. Westmoreland Western, the PNP's Dave Hales, 564 votes. Lacaster James, 11 votes that's an independent candidate, and 592 votes for the JLP's Garfield James, and the JPP, 4 votes for Bertland Madden. St. Mary's Central, we have 2,007 votes for Nathaniel Mirage, that's the JLP candidate. The PNP's Anthony Newell, with 3,160 votes. And we have a JPP candidate, Rena Rose Cargill, with 7 votes. That's 45 of 105 boxes completed. That's about 42.8%. So now we've moved, as I said, the numbers are moving as we are speaking. So the progress has now shifted to 54.6% with 3,983 of the boxes completed as at 8:15 p.m.
All right, Shanice, thank you so much. And we're going to go straight to a commercial break before commentary on the results.
The Tile Arcade Lot 266, Bergamo Boulevard, Hopewell, Hanover. Incredible deals on countertops, porcelain, ceramic wall and floor tiles, toilets, face basins, faucets, and much, much more. Call or WhatsApp 807-8840 or 513-3921. The time by Tile Arcade is
8:16.
Clarendon. Make this a September to remember. Saturday, September 13th. Sea Bar Sports Bar presents Epic with music by Stone Love, Bass, DC, and Star. To be one of
UIC, this is, has 12 votes. Purcell Jackson of the JPP has 10. St. Andrew East Central. I think we saw this. Don't think we've moved on this one. Just 19 boxes out of 113. So a lot of time, viewers, you see this, and the next time you see a completed result. All right, first time we're seeing this one. St. Andrew Northwestern, 78 boxes of 112.
Dwayne Smith of the JLP, 4,353. Ethne Miller Simpson of the PNP, 3,011. Go again, 3,189. Orlando Robinson of the JPP, 77 votes. We're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we continue with our results show. Stay tuned.
The streamer, them fucking streaming station, I know them shut. Them are really let them cool up the fucking thing because too much advertisement, man. Too much advertisement. Fucking. The streamer, them fucking streaming station, I know them shut. Them are really let them cool up the fucking thing because too much advertisement. Too much advertisement. Okay. And on the blood climb volume, BOJ, what I deal with. When I come in and chip out with volume and things like that. The wild cross club and people are dealing, man. BOJ, what I deal with.
Welcome back to TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, and it's one of those exciting nights where things are changing by the minute. And let's go now to pollster Don Anderson. Don, tell us what you're seeing here.
Hey, good night. Good night to all your viewers. First of all, I want to look at the whole question of the turnout. All during the day, it appeared as if we were going to get a pretty low turnout. I gather the turnout has been about 46, 47%. You can correct me if it's not.
Well, you know, bud.
Yes.
I
gather
about
it's between
50%.
47% thereabout.
That number
So
at all.
it has not reached where we thought it would,
Yeah.
based on the data that we have said it would. But it's very much in line with what I anticipated it to be, because generally when we do polls and we ask persons about the likely turnout, it is always overstated by a couple percentage points. And therefore, we're not surprised that it is not 50%, but at some point during the day today, it didn't look like it would get to 45%. So I think this is not a bad number, but obviously is a cause for concern that we haven't topped 50% on this particular situation after
60
really
%.
about a year and a half of canvassing, campaigning, polling, and what have you. So
Lot of
that's
people
the
come
first
for us
comment.
at a
The second
meeting
comment
and
is that it is
jump
turning
up.
out to be as competitive as I anticipated it to be. And I think we still
Yeah, man, a lot of people come up and campaign, you know. Some come out because the money where them get, but then don't fucking vote. From both sides, you know. Some just jump join the bandwagon as a bandwagon rider, but when the day come for them go out and vote, because due to what me see out there on the campaign trail, I was looking for at least 50% turnout. And that me I say all the while. And you know, and upward. But it's gonna struggle. So a lot of people, them out there campaigning and make up crowd and things like that, but then I go vote. This is the one I talk about Jamaican, you know. Before I tell you, boy. No.
have to watch a few more seats before we can declare the winner of this election. But it is, in fact, a very competitive election, and it is exactly how we anticipated it would be.
All right, thank you so much, Don. And in fact, Clifford is saying he's not giving up the ghost yet.
No, not yet. I think there's still enough room for movement to happen.
No reason to, because the fat lady hasn't sung.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Don. We'll check back in with you later. So, what gives you hope?
I think from what I'm hearing is that many of our PDs haven't been counted as yet. So we're hoping that those will be able to bring us and push us past.
Not hearing you, Clifford.
I was saying from what I'm hearing is that many of our PDs we haven't been counted as yet. So we're hoping that those will be counted and just push us past the edge. But I think there's still hope for the BNP this election. It'll be a very close one, as we're seeing, but there's still hope for us in this election.
Well, let's see what's happening at EOJ. Kalisha?
Thank you so much, Dion. An exciting night indeed. I don't have an update in terms of the voter turnout, but what I can tell you is that there have been some changes on the board. We're seeing now where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in 36 of the constituencies, while the People's National Party is leading in 27. Now again, the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 36 constituencies and the People's National Party leading in 27. Now we're seeing steady progress in terms of the counting. And earlier, Dion, we did mention that for St. Andrews Southeastern, 100% of the boxes have been completed. And in St. Andrew Eastern, 100% of the boxes completed as well. Now looking at some of the other constituencies, in Kingston East and Port Royal, 75% completed. And the People's National Party leading in that constituency. Now moving over to St. Ann Northeastern, and we're seeing where the Jamaica Labour Party is leading in that constituency, over 8,100 votes. The People's National Party, 5,873 votes. Again, we're still waiting in terms of the final update in some of the areas. We're seeing where some constituencies, for instance, Clarendon Southeastern, only 15% of the boxes counted so far. In St. Catherine Southeastern, 21% of the boxes counted. Dion, I'll continue to monitor what's happening here and provide you with the latest figures as they become available. It's back to you.
Thank you so much, Kelisha. So JLP leading in 36 seats right now, PNP with 27. And Ron?
As I've been saying all night, we will win. We will win. We're looking good. We're looking good. Yes, we have lost some seats, yes. But you could see that Labour Party prepared for this moment. How we campaigned throughout Jamaica, choosing Jamaica, sticking to the performance that we did for the last 9 years. And so how we campaigned is a result of what you're seeing today. There are some seats where you saw the energy, the PNP brought the energy, but on the day you see the Labour Party winning comfortably. And there is one in Kingston that could be a surprise tonight.
Would that be Central Kingston?
Yes, we're talking about Central Kingston.
Well, yes. I figured it wouldn't have been Western Kingston, which we just saw declared for Desmond Mackenzie.
It's on the screen now.
Okay, there's Central Kingston, 75 boxes out of 80. Donovan Williams leading with 4,575 votes to Steve McGregor's 4,375. So that's about an 800 vote difference at this point with 5 boxes left to go.
Not 800.
No, 2.
190 something.
All right, I can't count. I need to give up trying to do math.
I shade on the 200 votes.
I need to give up trying to do math in my head.
But he won that seat by only 300 in the last election, and it seems to me that the early lead from Steve McGregor in the night, those boxes were probably coming from Allman Town, which is their stronger of the two divisions. So perhaps it's the Raytown boxes coming in now, but let's see what happens for the rest of the 5 or so that's outstanding.
East Kingston and Port Royal declared for Philip Paulwell of the PNP. And 77 votes there for the JPP candidate. Here's St. Andrew Western with Tony Hilton, 3,981 votes to Corey Dunkley of the JLP, 2,673. Carla Francis Edie of the JPP, 48 votes. 72 boxes of 134. And here's Delroy Chuck in, I think this was already called for Delroy Chuck. So Stacey Knight, daughter of KD Knight, first time outing. St. Andrew Southern called as well for Mark Golding of the PNP, defeating Carlton Allen of the JLP, who polled 645 votes. And we declared, this has been declared, all boxes counted for the PNP, Julian Robinson.
So let's see.
See where we are going now. Here's North Central St. Andrew. The JLP's Delana Sivrite, 4,346 votes to the PNP's Christopher Henry with 2,465 with 59 of 79 boxes declared.
That constituency will be having a new MP for the first time since 1980, I believe.
Yes.
Here's St. Thomas Eastern, 77 boxes of 128. The PNP is Yvonne Shaw, Rosemary Shaw, 4,356 to Michelle Charles, 3,912. Claudius Wong, 22 votes. Jovian Blair of the JPP, 13 votes. That's 77 boxes of 128.
Is this a seat you expected to hold on to, Mr. Walsh?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Eastern St. Thomas?
Yes, Eastern St. Thomas. I mean, the Member of Parliament did some work out there. First time in many moons.
She also had there was a lot of disgruntlement in the seat, though.
In every seat, you're going to find that, in every seat. Nothing is perfect.
Here's St. Thomas Western, 40 boxes of 163. The JLP's James Robertson, 1,899. Hubert Williams of the PNP, 1,703. Carleen Affleck of the JPP, 13 votes.
This is a seat we expect to win comfortably, and so far, so good.
Yes.
Deputy Leader of the Labour Party for Area Council 2, James Robertson.
So you may lose one in St. Thomas.
Let us watch.
Yeah.
Yes, right now we are behind in that seat.
Yeah.
But let us see how the night progress.
Clarendon Southwest, 96 boxes out of 100. Lothan Cousins, 7,076 votes. Robert Chin of the JLP, 4,795. Dwayne Thomas, 40 of the JPP.
So we can call that one for Lothian Cousins.
Most definitely. Yes. Safe PNP seat.
And he's a really good MP, Lothian Cousins is.
Let's go over now to JLP headquarters, where Andrea Chisholm is on location.
Thank you, Dion. Things have gotten exciting here at the JLP headquarters. As you can hear, as the results are coming in, the supporters are shouting, they're ringing their bells, and it's an overall jubilant atmosphere here so far. I am now joined by two supporters who are interrupted their celebrations. Aisha and Renardo, good night. You're live on TVJ. First of all, why was it important for you to be here this evening? I hold a mic.
We are confident of victory, and we are sure of at least 35 seats. So we have no other reason but to be at the headquarters to celebrate this coming victory. Third term is here.
And you, Aisha, I know you have your bell right there.
Third term, third term, victory. Victory is ours. Feel nice, I'm happy about everything.
Which constituency you voted today?
East.
Kingston?
St. Andrew.
And you?
The mother vicar, West Kingston. I'm right here.
And I'm pretty sure Desmond McKenzie will be winning back his seat.
No doubt about that.
So as the results come in, how are you feeling?
You know what? I'm actually feeling confident because the PNP numbers are not looking impressive as how we have started to have been for the last 12 months. So far the numbers are looking steady and it's coming in the way how I would like it to come in.
And it's a family affair for you. You're here alone?
No, I'm here. I'm actually two of my nephews and my little cousin.
What about you, Aisha?
With friends. I'm here with friends.
Okay.
Rest of them soon come.
All right, going back to ringing your bell. Sorry to interrupt you. Thank you very much, Renardo and Aisha. Dion, it's back to you in studio.
All right, thank you so very much for that, Andrea. And of course, we'll continue to touch base with the two headquarters as the night progresses. And we're going to be going to some more results, but let's take a break and we'll be back.
Thank you so much for staying with us for TVJ's live coverage of the 2025 elections, Vote 2025. And let me just remind you where we are, the latest information that we had in terms of who is leading in how many seats. First of all, in terms of confirmed seats, the national count, we have the JLP with 9, we have the PNP with 9. What we had heard from Kelisha, who is at the electoral office, the last time we touched base with her about 15 or so minutes ago, she had said the JLP was leading in 36, the PNP was leading in 27. And of course, as the results continue to come in, those numbers are going to be shifting and changing. And of course, we're updating with you as we go along right here. There are a couple of seats we haven't seen for a little while. Ron was mentioning, for instance, East Portland.
Yes.
We haven't seen that. Bobby Montague's seat as well, I don't think we've seen in St. Mary for a little while.
Yes, we haven't seen the chairman of the Labour Party seat, but I'm confident that we will go to victory there. This is a member of Parliament who posts 10, 11,000 consistently, so he should be okay. Just in 2020, his numbers drop a bit.
Okay, here's Portland Eastern now. So we have 60 boxes out of 140. The PNP's Isaac Buchanan leading with 3,552. The JLP's Anne-Marie Vaz, 3,293. Tracy Ann Gillespie Harris of the Progressive Party with 19 votes. So this is with 61 boxes of 140 counted. And I won't attempt a subtraction.
I know.
Here's Manchester Northeastern. The JLP is Audrey Marks with 5,003 votes. The PNP's Valentin Wint, 3,414. Clive Warren of the JPP, 18 votes and 68 boxes of 111. Clarendon Southeastern, we have the JLP's Pernell Charles Jr., 1,431. Sian Barneswell of the PNP, former mayor, 1,005. Sian Thomas of the JPP with 11 votes. That's pretty early still, 22 boxes out, 144.
Been like this for a while now.
Yeah, I think we've been stuck there. Earl, let me hand over to you for the next few.
That's the old Bustamante and Hugh Shearer seat. Strong JLP seat. Manchester Northwestern, 66 of 104 boxes. Michael Phillips continues to lead for the PNP, 4,258 to Damian Young of the JLP, 3,661. Tricia Stewart Angus of the JPP, 20 votes. Manchester Central, 117 of 139 boxes. Donovan Mitchell, 7,617 votes to the incumbent Rhoda Crawford, 7,335. It's tight, but it's getting close to the end.
Let's go back now to PNP headquarters with Dwayne. Still 20.
No, big man.
Yeah, I think we've been stuck there. Earl, let me hand over to you.
That's the old Bustamante.
Thank you so much. So the seat counts is very close, and the actual votes in the constituencies are even closer. And as an indication of how close it is, these PNP supporters, they still believe that they can win. And in fact, if you ask them, they are winning. I'm joined now by two of these hundreds of PNP supporters who have gathered here at the party's headquarters, interestingly named Mr. Green, who is a People's National Party supporter. Mr. Green, what do you make of your party's performance so far? What do you make of your party's performance so far?
Well, it's very good. It's a good performance. And I think we can win this election tonight. Too early to call, but I think we can win it.
Why are you so confident?
Because if you look at the seats, they are very close. And the last election, they were like by 2010 and so on. So this time around, the PNP people have come out, not so much like we don't want them to come out, but they come out. Understand? So I'm looking positively for the People's National Party to take it tonight.
I remember some of your fellow supporters and even some of the leaders in the party were saying that you could get around 38, 40 seats. It doesn't look like that will happen tonight. What are you predicting now?
Well, I'm predicting that 32, 31.
Oh, that would be very close. The interestingly named Mr. Green, who is a People's National Party supporter. I'm joined by a younger member of the People's National Party. Sir, remind me your name, please, and tell Jamaica what's your name.
Mr. Forbes. The name is Mr. Forbes. Yes. So today we are here and marching on to victory. We are started Manchester, gathering it back, and we are moving forward. Progress. We are moving forward.
Well, it's a little bit close. Is it closer than you would have wanted?
Well, the race is not finished as yet. The fat lady has not yet seen. So we are here and waiting on the best to come.
Do you have the fat lady's number? What is she telling you?
Well, the fat lady is already calling me now, so I know it's victory. March, we marching.
Well, as soon as you get the results from the fat lady, I'm hoping you share it with me. As you can imagine, as I explained earlier, a party-like atmosphere here at the People's National Party's headquarters. These supporters, very, very confident. They are certain they're going to win it. I'll be here all night, as I told you, Dion. So it's back to you until then.
Thank you so much. And let's go to a break. We're back with more from our election results show, Vote 2025, in just a moment.
Yes. Boy, yes, some result, yeah. I'm not really joyful of it, but boy, can't go sleep yet. Still have to see what go on, boy. It not really turn out as how a lot of we think it should be, to be truthful. It's like PNP has struggled a little bit, but a lot of box leave to count, lot of mileage still in it. So we have time. So we can't get weary or panic. But I thought more. After them time, shouldn't call the winner already. To be truthful, that is the key thing we want to say. At this time in the morning, English time, yeah, PNP shouldn't be the winner already. So when we see it gone at them lingering type of way, we kind get, I don't know, boomy. Can I get boomy? Yeah, man. Get boomy. Very boomy. But see what I go on still, and hear what I go on, because, well, I don't know. And the reason why I say that, when I say KD night daughter, they behind, well, them say Delroy truck, look like him win the seat already. Well, I don't know. So you see, because all him, I thought him gonna really get blow out. Anyway, early days still, That's all I have to say, early days. But, I'm gonna like the situation right at all.
Beloved, listen carefully, because
votes.
And just to call our viewers and listeners' attention, call our viewers' attention and let our listeners know. If you look at a little icon at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, that's telling you the number of seats that have been completed and declared. So you're seeing there 11 for the JLP, 9 for the PNP. So of course, just to make the distinction, those are the ones that have been completed, as opposed to what we get when we go to Kalisha at EOJ, which is a broader look at who is leading.
In St. Anne Southwestern, it looks like order has been restored. Xavier Main of the JLP, he has 4,426. Danishka Williams of the PNP, 3,221. Clive Edwards of the JPP, 26 votes. So it's a comfortable lead at the moment for Xavier Main.
And speaking of Kalisha, let's go to her at EOJ.
Thank you so much, Dion. Just a quick update in terms of what we're seeing on our end here at the ECJ. So far, again, an update in terms of the lead so far. The Jamaica Labour Party leading in 34 seats. The People's National Party now leading in 29 seats. I know the last time we spoke, I said the JLP was leading in 36 seats and the PNP was leading in 27 seats. So we've seen a change now. JLP leading in 34 seats and the People's National Party leading in 29 seats. I also saw the final count for St. Catherine East Central, and I can say the Jamaica Labour Party won that. Party's Raymond Price going against the Jamaica Labour Party's Orlando Terrelong, and that's one of the seats where the People's National Party has not won it. The only one that's seat once since it was created, and the Jamaica Labour Party has won that seat twice since it was created in 2011. If you would just move with me, I'm going. So we're technical issue here. I'm going to throw back to you until next time.
Okay, thank you so much for that update, Kalisha. Just to repeat for you, the JLP now leading in 34 seats, PNP leading in 29. And again, the icon at the bottom of the screen, the JLP has so far won 11 seats, the PNP has won 9. Okay, here's St. Anne Northwestern, the JLP's Crystal Lee now in front with 5,408 votes to the PNP's Gabriella Morris, 5,011, 93 boxes of 135.
Very, very tight in that seat. I just want to go back to Xavier Main's seat. Mr. Moxham said order has been restored. Hard-working member of parliament, also good organizer, and so I'm not surprised by that.
Trelawney Northern on screen, 84 boxes of 146. The PNP's Wickham McNeil, 4,468 votes. To Tova Hamilton of the JLP, 4,132, 84 boxes of 146. And here's Trelawney South, 21 boxes of 96. The JLP's Marissa Dalrymple Philibert, 1,352. Paul Patmore of the PNP, 1,246. And we go now to St. James South. Haven't seen this for a bit, I think. 79 boxes of 110. The PNP's Nikisha Burchell, 4,471. The JLP's Homer Davis, 4,307. Leon Cunningham of the JPP has 12 votes.
Well, 12 people vote for you still, you give thanks.
St. James West Central, 58 boxes of 106, so they're about halfway there. The JLP's Marlene Malahoo fourth, the incumbent, 3,332. Andre Horton of the PNP, 2,921. Clifford Barnett, 13 votes. St. James East Central, 94 boxes of 117. Ed Bartlett of the JLP, 5,850. Rochelle Reed Knott of the PNP, 3,782. And we are moving on to, let's see, there's St. Thomas Eastern. Let's see, this is 105 boxes of 128. The PNP is Yvonne Shaw, 5,982. The JLP is Michelle Charles, the incumbent, 5,595. Claudius Wong has 28 votes. Jovian Blair of the JPP has 20.
I think Yvonne Rosemary Shaw used to be a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. I think she actually worked very closely with Dr. Michelle Charles's father, Pernell Charles Sr., for many years. And she was a former mayor in Morant Bay as well,
yes, yeah.
right,
Yes.
Earl?
Yes.
And so she's putting up a fight, and it seems as if the JLP is going to lose one of the St. Thomas seats.
Here's
this
the other
evening.
one up there, St. Thomas Western, 105 of 163. James Robertson of the JLP, 5,443. The PNP's Hubert Williams, 4,806. Carleen Affleck of the JPP, 35 votes. And St. Catherine Southeastern, this is the one I think you've been saying we hadn't seen.
Yeah.
This is about, not quite 50% there, 48 boxes of 135. Alfred Dawes of the PNP, 2,716. Robert Miller of the JLP, 2,617. No, go again, 2,615. Casey and Radcliffe of the JPP, 30 votes. I think this is literally the first time we've seen this one all night.
We've seen that one.
My count is a little bit
One
farther
second
than
for me.
this,
St. Catherine Northwestern, 83 boxes of 122. Damian Crawford of the PNP, 4,328. Newton Amos of the JLP, 3,598. Lloyd Smith has 12 votes of the JPP. And we go to St. Andrew East Central, 63 boxes of 113. Dennis Gordon of the PNP, 3,301. Davian Vassell of the JLP, 2,774. Princess Ford of the JPP, 57. You are saying this is Peter Phillips' old constituency.
Young candidate, doing well so far, going well. Mr. Vassell.
DK Duncan's constituency in another lifetime as well.
Here's Juliet Holness, St. Andrew East Rural, 77 boxes of 137. She has 4,925 votes to the PNP's Patrick Peterkin, 4,545. Kamisha Hendricks, 29 votes of UIC. Purcell Jackson of the JPP, 23 votes.
Speaker of the House.
Former,
yes.
I don't think we've seen this one for a while. St. Andrew West Rural, 124 boxes of 140. And the incumbent, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, with 7,152. To Joan Gordon Webley of the PNP, 6,213. George Roach of the JPP, 62 votes.
And only 16 boxes to go.
Yeah. Earl, let me let you take over.
Manchester North Eastern, Audrey Marks of the PNP, 56%, 6,472 votes. To Valentin Wint of the PNP, 5,144. Clive Warren of the JPP, 30. That's a seat that was dominated by Audley Shaw for quite a while. And Manchester North Western, 83 of 104 boxes. Michael Phillips of the PNP, 5,625. Damian Young of the JLP, 4,521. Tricia Stewart Angus of the JPP, 28 votes. St. Elizabeth Southeastern, Norman Scott continues to lead, but is only 17 of 109 boxes. He has 1,004 votes to Franklin Witter, 991. Raymond Dobbs of the JPP, 11 votes. St. Catherine Eastern, Denise Daly of the PNP, 6,589. Dwight Peku rather, of the JLP, 4,387. Lance Watson of the JPP, 74 votes. Clarendon Northern, Wavell Hines continues to lead there. It's 81 of 100 boxes, and he has 4,380 votes to Dwight Sibley's, the incumbent of the JLP, 4,303. Jodelyn Casey Edwards of the JPP, 19 votes. Clarendon North Central, Robert Morgan seems to be headed to retaining that seat, 85 of 104 boxes, 4,527 votes for Robert Morgan, and R.J. Dixon, 3,406. Joy Johnson-Roy, 24 votes, and she's from the JPP. And in Clarendon Southeastern, 25 boxes of 144, Pernell Charles Jr. continues to lead handily with 1,639 votes to Sian Barnswell, 1,132 votes. Sian Thomas of the JPP, 12 votes. St. Catherine Northwestern, Damian Crawford, 4,608 votes for the PNP, and Newton Amos for the JLP, 3,781. Lloyd Smith of the JPP, 13 votes, 89 boxes of 122. St. Mary's Southeastern, very close. Norman Dunn, the incumbents, 3,678. Christopher Brown of the PNP, 3,577. Mark Hutchinson of the JPP, 12 votes, 63 of 112 boxes. St. Mary's Central, Omar Newell of the PNP, 5,904 votes. Nathaniel Maraj of the JLP, 4,345. Rena Rose Cargill, 11 votes for the JPP, 85 of 105 boxes. That would be a hold for the PNP. St. Mary Western, Robert Montague, the incumbent, 3,641, doing very well against Omar Woodbine of the PNP, 5,683 votes. Chase Neal of the UIC, 22 votes, 99 of 147 boxes.
Chairman of the party is looking good. Yeah, he's looking really good.
And Kingston Central, 75 of 80 boxes. The incumbent, Donovan Williams, seeking to hold it for the JLP, 4,575 votes. Steve McGregor of the PNP, 4,377 votes. Garth Barnett of the UIC, 22 votes. Dwayne Smith in St. Andrew Northwestern, 4,402 votes to Ethelene Miller Simpson of the PNP, 3,293 votes. Orlando Robinson of the JPP, 79 votes, and that is 80 boxes of 112 counted.
Okay, let's just stick a pin, take a break, and we'll be back with much more results, all the latest, when we come back with our results show, Vote 2025.
Boy, oh boy, look kind of shaky. Yeah, gotta make me really want to just go and sleep. Because I don't like the result at all. I thought PNP would call the winner actually less than an hour ago before now. So, you know, I don't know. But you have to watch where I go on still. Yeah. Put some blood and fire upon them, man.
March, we are march, march, march. figure below the facts. So on the nutrition facts. It they in the table by the side or the back. Take note of the sodium, the sugars and the fats. By percent or less in the on the right track. You for zoom in on the nutrition facts. It they in the table by the side or the back. Vitamins, minerals and vitamin 20% and more that good for you. You for zoom in, check the nutrition facts. You for zoom in, check the
I can't cut out these advertisements, I have to work with them. So I have to just go to my own ads at the same time. Because I just cannot cut them out at all.
Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. You born sexy. You sexy from your born. Spin your roll, make them see the bumper. And no dumper. Walkie, woman. Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie. And a talkie up. You back it up, cock it up, fling it up, ice it up. The thing pretty and buffy. Walkie, woman. You know sucky. You like when me shooby up. Walkie, woman. Me like when you sweaty and wetty. Just like when rain a fall off of your body like a raindrop. Walkie, woman. Me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want a brace up, not tears up. Make me feel up. Then we kiss up, and the lips. Not on the split up. Yo, walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and a talkie up. Yo, the thing pretty and buffy. You know floppy, or sappy. Your skin smooth like a young baby body. That's why them a watchy, and a chatty. Woman, you sexy from walkie. Yo, me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want come brace up. Yo, make me kiss up, woman. You sexy from your and the lips, not on the split up. Yo, walkie. You just a walkie. Walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. Woman, you sexy from your band. You like when me draw the long gun and me stick you up. Walkie, just a pinty up. Way, walkie. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band.
Oh, somebody ball out one. Somebody say take them out. Lift them and say mighty God. Reverse them. Move them. Pull them out. Spray them out. Every cockroach, every rat, every criminal, reverse them. Every chichi boy, pull them out of parliament. Every criminal, every scammer, every
Let's look at St. James. Most of the parish, just looking at the view here, this is St. James for those who are looking at on screen, is green with the exception of St. James Southern, where Nikisha Burchell is now just ahead of the incumbent Homer Davis there. So she has 4,471 votes compared to Davis's 4,307, but still quite a number of boxes to be counted, 68 of 106. So there is still some time. We still have to keep an eye on that one because it is still quite close. The rest of the parish lit up fairly green. So let's look at St. James Central. The JLP is ahead with 3,589 votes for Heroy Clark compared to 2,627 for Janice Allen of the PNP.
Well, Jenny, I can tell you, I'm being informed dutifully here that Homer Davis has won South St. James by 95 votes.
Wow.
I'm being told by one of our correspondents, they're very experienced campaigner.
Clean sweep St. James.
Yes, so the
That's what
JLP
I'm
of
being told now.
St. James is what we're told. We're being told.
All right, that person is at EOJ. That's based on EOJ stats.
That's based on those numbers.
All right, well, I will wait for them to upload it to
Yes.
us so we can show it to the audience on the smartboard. But that was the
Well,
only
I'm
one that
also
was
learning from
holding
another
out.
source in St. James. Clean sweep St. James.
Yep.
Clean sweep
Yeah,
St.
so
James.
Marlene Malahoo
It's all
Fort has
green.
won West Central St. James.
All
Homer,
right.
Homer Davis has won Southern St. James. Heroy Clark has won Central St. James. And then Dr. Spence, the other two seats were never in doubt. No.
All right,
Now that
so
is significant. Yes?
St. James is all green. We wait for those updates from
That is
the
significant
EOJ in
because
the next batch.
Because to clear that 18-seat hurdle, the PNP
They would have
needed
needed
to snatch one or two
from St. James.
from St. James.
Correct.
And they have not been able to. And South St. James was the most likely one. Right, Desmond?
Yes.
That was the most likely one. That's a Derek Kelly seat that they held for several terms. Yeah? And Nikisha Burchell, a young woman from the area, put up a spirited fight. Yeah? But she has been defeated by the old hand of Homer Davis. You know, Homer Davis has quite a history in that seat. He contested it 3 times and lost 3 times to Derek Kelly before he actually won in 2020.
You know what I want to point out, though, and you should, both of you can help me with this. I remember it may have been a local government election in Hanover where there was a winner declared on election night by, say, 50-odd votes. And when it went to the recount, the loser ended up winning by 300 and odd votes. So I just say that to say that
some of them are
these things will be settled in the coming days, but this is just preliminary results. But the preliminary results do suggest that the JLP has performed, well, according to some analysts, they've overperformed. But according to them, they'll tell you that they always had St. James as a safe space for them and that they didn't expect to relinquish any of the seats they had because they held all the cards in the parish.
They would be disappointed, the JLP, that is, that they didn't hold on to Eastern Hanover. They really thought Dave Brown had turned it around in Eastern Hanover. Another one we need to watch, what's happening in Northern Trelawney? That's where Wickham McNeil is up against Tova Hamilton. What is happening there?
Right, well, the last information we have, your team might have something more updated, but the last information coming into the board is that he is ahead by around 300 or so votes, 4,468 for Wickham McNeil to Tova Hamilton's 4,132, and they still had quite a bit to go based on this information. This was at 67 box counted. So
67 of how many?
Of 135.
Oh, that's a lot more. Still quite a way to
So
go.
they still have quite a way to go. We'll wait to see what comes in the next update. George looks like he has more recent information than I do.
I have something. Well, not on that one. I'm not troubling you on that one, Jenny.
Okay.
I'm being told reliably that in Southeast St. Elizabeth at 9:13 p.m., it's now 9:14, that Frank Witter is leading Norman Scott by 1,700 votes. I don't know how old that race is, but it has to be quite old, the count. Frank Witter ahead by 1,700 in Southeast St. Elizabeth. Another significant obstacle in the PNP's route to Jamaica House.
Yes, and in Northeast St. Elizabeth, the PNP has picked up Northeast St. Elizabeth. Zulika Jess has defeated Delroy Slowly. Yes, she polled, according to one of my sources in the constituency, Jess won with 8,254 to Slowly's 7,523. And she says, jubilation in Northeast St. Elizabeth. Yes, yes, yeah. So, and that again was a must win, must pick up for the PNP.
And also,
going to Walden University really helped me a lot. My way to my career was unconventional. I was the youngest female Caymanian where I didn't have experience. Everyone's path is different, but you could still reach the finish line.
Set a course for change.
Not yet. All right, we're gonna get from Wayne what that board there is showing them. But well, let's do the declaration first and come back with the update. See if we can get Southwest St. Elizabeth in.
Well, the latest I have from Southwest St. Elizabeth, 94% of the votes in JLP, 9,044 for Floyd Green, well ahead of Miranda Wellington, 7,650. If Floyd Green wins this, then it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
I need to get how old the Frank Witter count is, because that, if Southeast St. Elizabeth is over and then we add Southwest St. Elizabeth, we can have an early night. We don't have to stay here all night, because if those two go, along with Eastern St. Andrew, and Western St. Mary seems headed to the labor rights with Bobby Montague, then we can call it a night.
Okay, Wayne?
Yes, I'm here. You hear me?
Yes. What more can you tell us in terms of the numbers?
You hear me?
Yes, we're hearing you. We're hearing you, Wayne.
Yes, I can give you a copy of the Wickman.
Oh, Lord. What the hell is happening? Hold on. Hold on, Wayne. Hold on, Wayne. The audio is wobbling again. Yes? Wayne, you want to try again?
Yeah, the team says the quality is horrible, so they have to abandon that for the time being. I'm just trying to get that update. If we look at, all right. Before we go to the declaration graphic, well, let's acknowledge Zulika Jess for entering the race first time and winning
in St. Elizabeth North.
In St. Elizabeth Northeastern, she lost in Clarendon Central
against Mike Henry.
Yes.
In 2020, she's an attorney at law, and she went to St. Elizabeth Northeast with one main goal: retake it from the Labour Party, and she did that tonight. Yes, so they will be happy for her and the PNP constituency organization there.
Just to see where your map is relative to where the results are, look at Northeast St. Elizabeth and see how far this map is showing you the count is in terms of progression.
Northeast St. Elizabeth?
Yes.
Okay, the Zoom people are still with us. Damian Blake, Wayne Chen.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction to what is now a clear trend of the Labour Party ahead? We're not prepared to call it just yet, but clearly ahead.
Many of us predicted a close election, and it was a ding-dong battle, as Wayne Walker would say, in the run-up to today. And you could see the shift back and forth, and much of it depended, in the end, on the candidate on the ground. You can see where strong candidates have won. Weaker candidates have lost or struggled. But the trend is clear. The JLP will be re-elected with a much, much reduced majority.
Yes.
I suspect it will be in the perhaps 33, 35, 36 seats.
Range. Professor Blake?
Yes, the people have spoken. They are speaking. I think the St. James. I was watching St. James. That seat with Burchell. And so when I saw that flip to the JLP, I said that then it looks like the JLP will go away with this one. The St. Mary's seat with Bobby Montague also was instructive. And so, yeah, it was a close one, right? And, you know, you would think that with all the resume of performance that the governing party ran on, that it seems to me that the incumbency, the anti-incumbency kind of trend kicked in, right? The third term is very difficult. That's very difficult for parties to win 2 times, much less a 3-peak. And so I think that is also at play here. But it looks like the JLP will walk away with this one, but marginally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, marginally, but it is of historic importance.
Very much
yes?
so.
Andrew Holness, it seems, is on track to create history. Unprecedented. Isn't that so, Desmond?
I don't know.
Ricardo at Belmont Road, are you hearing us, Ricardo? Ricardo?
Oh, dear.
Ricardo, are you hearing us? Nah, the audio is, I don't know, man. Oh, well.
Can we get him on the phone? Let's simply get him on the phone.
This is the phone.
Oh.
Ricardo, are you hearing us? I'm hearing you, but you sound as if you are under 5 beds. Go again, Ricardo, are you hearing us?
George, are you hearing me?
Yeah, the audio. Well, tell us what's happening at Belmont Road. Let's see how the audio works. Ricardo? All right, so, yeah, the audio, again, is undermining the points that we're trying to highlight for the listeners. Before we go, is Wayne online? Is Wayne online? Is Wayne online? Is Wayne online?
Oh dear.
It's the quality of the audio.
Okay. All right. Saeed, where we are now, the JLP seems headed for a 3rd term. The PNP falling short in some key seats, although even an analyst who's not been paying attention would expect the opposition party to pick up several seats that would have slipped from its grasp in 2020. It does appear as if Holness is on the verge of going to Jamaica House again to be sworn in.
Victory continues, or the paths rather. They had several paths to take, but that seems to be narrowing down. Interestingly, looking at St. Andrew West Central just now, the Prime Minister's seat. Interestingly, George and Cliff, I see where, I don't know if that still holds now, but last I checked, Paul Buchanan was leading the Prime Minister in that seat. Very interesting one for you all to pick up. Certainly we don't expect that to hold, but very interesting. I've never seen that before since I've been working with elections.
No, this is surprising.
Absolutely surprising.
Because here it is, I'm just back onto the EOJ website, 83% of the votes counted in the Prime Minister's constituency, and Buchanan of the PNP is leading by 100 votes.
Again, I don't expect it to hold. I can say
105,
that, but
yes.
it is significant to my mind at this stage.
It's huge.
Significant.
But
Cliff, this is happening.
Cliff, remember, hold on, Desmond. Just look at these numbers.
18 boxes to go.
18 boxes to go. It should not be nowhere this close. Yeah? Nowhere this close.
But no, Cliff, it is not a JLP constituency, you know.
It is Andrew Holness's constituency.
The Prime Minister but what I'm saying, it is not like West Kingston.
No, it's not like a West Kingston, but the Prime Minister should not be within reach.
But what I will say though is this reminds me of last election as well, when Peter Phillips's seat was also in a bit of turmoil where the numbers were concerned, but he managed to hold on and go through the tape. Well, let me get some views from the young people, because very interesting stuff are happening in the election. Suel beside me saying that she's stressed out. I don't know why she's stressed. I mean, if that's how you look when you're stressed out, then, you know, give me some stress. But Suel, tell me.
Let me just tell you this. I'm just being told by one of my sources.
Yes.
All boxes are still to be counted. Seaward primary in the Prime Minister's constituency. Yeah. Those boxes are still to be counted. Yeah, and there are 18 boxes to be counted.
Yes, sir.
Right.
So let us see what happens.
And Saeed, just before you go, let me just prime what you're saying with this.
Yes, sir.
Kingston Central. In the time we've been here, they've added 2 more boxes to the tally. As you would expect, they're arguing over each and every ballot pulled out of those boxes. So 2 more boxes counted, and Williams' lead is diminishing. Donovan Williams now only 68 in front of Steve McGregor as they inch to the 80-box mark. They've gone 77 of 80 boxes. McGregor is leading by 68 votes. I can tell you that also we can add another one to the JLP column. Not surprising here that Southwest St. Catherine, the monster that is Everald Warmington, roaring home. He's now 10,551 votes. This may be the first candidate anywhere across the island to breach the 10,000 vote mark. Dr. Kurt Wall, 8,444. So look at Warmington's tally. 2,000 plus ahead of Wall, and there's still 1 box to be counted. So this one is JLP, and as usual, Warmington in domineering fashion in the general election.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very interesting stuff there, George. And that's just been declared Clifford Everald Warmington. But ladies and gentlemen, very interestingly, we were talking earlier about misinformation, information, and how this plays, especially in the social media space, with young people leading up to an election. You've been seeing the results so far. You've been seeing the clash of words, the clash of information.
Can I just give you 2 more? The East Rural St. Andrew.
Yes.
Juliet Holness' seat.
Yes.
She has won it.
Okay.
Yes. 90% of the votes counted. She's ahead by almost 1,000 votes. 8,445 to 7,487. St. Thomas West, the PNP had hopes of finally beating James Robertson. Roberts is getting home with 85% of the votes counted. He's ahead by almost 1,000 votes. Yeah, the JLP has lost Eastern St. Thomas.
Yes.
Michelle Charles has been defeated.
Never led, trailed from the first box was counted, and never recovered. Saeed.
Yes, so dealing with information, misinformation, grappling with all of that in the space, seeing the results so far, do you think it made an impact?
It definitely did. And I think I was doing...
I'm sorry.
Cliff, you have another one?
Yes.
Go ahead, Sir Cliff. Go ahead.
It seems as if Anne-Marie Vaz has been defeated by Isaac Buchanan.
Wow. Yeah, it's supposed to be 1-1 in Portland and 1-1 in St.
Let me give you the numbers. In Eastern Portland, with 99.3% of the votes counted.
If he's ahead, he's on.
Isaac Buchanan, 8,290. Vaz, Anne-Marie, 8,072.
1 box to go.
1 box to go.
And here's the thing.
Saeed, can I give you one before you go?
No, hold on. No, I think that's going to hold, and here's why.
Yeah.
What stood out to me with that campaign is Isaac Buchanan went on a drive with young people in that constituency, gave out 1,000 tablets.
Yes.
Don't know if you recall it.
Yes.
I'm not surprised at all that it's that close. Certainly not surprised that he's in the lead right now.
Well, here's what we can do. We can declare Southeast St. Elizabeth. Frank, they call him. Frank Witter has come home with 3 boxes left. He's leading Norman Scott by 1,996 votes.
Yeah. That's over.
1996, all over bar the shouting. Southeast St. Elizabeth, chalk up that one for Frank Witter. Well, this was very preliminary. Only 3 boxes to go in that. So 106 of 109 boxes counted, and Frank Witter is leading by 1,996 votes.
Can you bring up St. Mary West? 85% of the votes in. Bobby Montague, is ahead, 8,182. Woodbine of the PNP, 7,403. That's a lead of 700.
Yeah.
With 85% of the votes counted.
Can I add to that?
So it means that Bobby Montague is going back to the parliament. He has recovered.
Can I add to that? Can I add to that? Which is why
Yes.
I'm giving you the luxury of calling the election and calling it right this time. Because here's this thing. Here's this thing. Exactly. Western St. Mary is going to the JLP. South East St. Elizabeth has been won by the JLP, and Southwest St. Elizabeth, bring that up, with very few boxes left. Green, 9,278. Dr. Wellington, 7,865. The gap, the Brits have a saying when they say mind the gap. Mind the gap. Southwest St. Elizabeth, that gap looks too big in the boxes left to count for Dr. Miranda Wellington to breach. It appears as if the JLP have held the 3 seats that are most needed to get to Jamaica House. Yeah, these are numbers with what, 8 and 5, 13, 5 boxes to go. Southwest St. Elizabeth is declared for the JLP.
And we can tell you, Rhoda Moy Crawford by Wayne Walker from the EOJ Center is saying with 99% of the votes counted, Rhoda Moy Crawford has won Central Manchester. 9,035 to Donovan Mitchell's 8,861.
So can you go ahead now?
Roll the tape. We have a winner.
We have a winner. Of the election?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. We are calling the election, folks.
Studio, you ready?
Yes, we are calling the general election.
There's no other route. There's no other route.
Let's.
Viewers, at 9:32, we are reporting that the governing Jamaica Labour Party, led by 53-year-old Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, has won a 3rd consecutive term in office, becoming the first and only Jamaica Labour Party leader to win 3 consecutive terms, never before done by the great founder of the party, the hero, Sir Alexander Bustamante, revered by Labourites. Andrew Michael Holness has done what no other Labour Party leader has done. He has defied the odds. He has been resilient as a political figure after being assaulted, attacked, and pilloried for nearly 2-3 years. His personal integrity on the line. The people of Jamaica have stayed with him. Tonight, they have returned him to Jamaica House, and with it, handed the opposition People's National Party, led by Mark Jefferson Golding, a defeat. They have lost their bid to overturn an 18-seat.
GoDaddy has the perfect hosting plan for any website. From low-cost shared hosting to your own virtual server. Every plan comes with a 99.9% uptime.
Yes, Dion, we're almost at the finish line. 93% of all the boxes counted. And earlier, it's similar to what we saw in the previous update. The Jamaica Labour Party was leading by, well, it was 32-31 at one point, and now we're seeing it's back at 30 to 33. So the Jamaica Labour Party leading in 33 constituencies to the People's National Party's 30. An interesting one, Dion, that you pointed to earlier. We're going to go to it. We're seeing in St. Andrew West Central, the Prime Minister's seat. We're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Paul Buchanan, leading in that seat. And we have 87 of the 105 boxes counted. So it's almost 82% completed. And we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate leading in the Prime Minister's constituency. And we're going to move over now to St. Andrew Northwestern, where we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Ethne Miller Simpson. She is trailing the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, Dwayne Smith, in that constituency. Going down now to St. Andrew West Rural, where we're seeing, the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, the incumbent, Juliet Cuthbert Flynn. She is leading in that constituency to 8,290 votes to the People's National Party's candidate, Joan Gordon Webley, 7,157 votes. Now, should the incumbent hold on to this seat, it will be the second time the Jamaica Labour Party has had 3 consecutive wins in that constituency in St. Andrew West Rural. And going over now, if the videographer could just come with me, we're going to St. Ann Northwestern, where we're seeing the People's National Party's candidate, Gabriella Morris, at 6,989 votes to the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate, 7,383 votes in that constituency. Final one, Dion, before I come back to you. In Portland Eastern, we're seeing the Jamaica Labour Party's candidate still trailing the People's National Party's candidate, Anne-Marie Vaz, 8,072 votes to the People's National Party's Isaac Buchanan, 8,290 votes. So as I said, we're almost there, almost at the finish line for this evening, Dion. 93% of the boxes counted. And again, the People's National Party leading in 30 seats, the JLP leading in 33 seats. It's back to you.
Thank you so much. Really important to get that kind of global picture of what is happening. 33 to 30, and you heard as well, it seemed to have been moving a little bit up and down, but the latest figures there, 33 seats in which the JLP is leading and 30 for the PNP. Here's St. Thomas Eastern again. This is 2 boxes left to count, 126 of 128. And this has been declared now for Rosemary Shaw of the PNP. The incumbent Michelle Charles has lost this seat, 7,284 at this point to Yvonne Shaw, and the JLP is Michelle Charles, 6,807. Here's Portland Eastern, 1 box left to count here. Isaac Buchanan, 8,290 votes. This is what Kelisha just read for us, but I wasn't sure of the boxes left to count. So we have 1 box left to count, in fact, in Portland Eastern.
And Manchester Central.
Okay.
Interesting.
Read for me, Earl.
Rhoda Crawford, the incumbent, has held on to defeat Donovan Mitchell. She secured 9,035 votes to Donovan Mitchell, 8,861. So that's 1 hold in Manchester for the JLP.
Strong candidate, hard-working member of Parliament. She deserves to go back to Parliament. Rhoda Moy Crawford, one of Jamaica's best talent in the Parliament.
Manchester Northeastern, and Audrey Marks has taken it. 7,652 votes to Valentin Wint of the PNP, 6,209. Clive Warren of the JPP, 33 votes. And it's tightening again in St. Andrew West Central, the Prime Minister's constituency. Paul Buchanan, 4,867 to Dr. Andrew Holness, 4,762. That's 50.5% to 49.5%. Trelawney Northern, and you have Tova Hamilton, the incumbent, leading Dr. Wickham McNeil, 7,408 to McNeil, 7,198, 131 of 146 boxes. St. James Southern, Nikisha Burchell of the PNP, continues to lead.
Completed.
Oh, in fact, I didn't see the tick. It's completed, so she has won it for the PNP. So that's one pulled back for the PNP from their loss last time.
The work begins.
St. James West Central, 71 of 106 boxes. Marlene Malahu Fort, 4,193 to Andre Houghton of the PNP, 3,633. And Clifford Barnett has 15 votes.
I think what we're seeing is that the election is really down to the wire and it's still anybody's game at this point in time. But I think what the major...
you don't think the PNP has lost?
No, I think there plays for us to... I think there's 2 plays for us to reach at least at 32.
Okay. You like listening to the Democrats watching the election and thinking that Kamala Harris still had
Hillary
a path.
before.
Hillary had a path.
There's a play for us, and I can see the play. Hopefully materialize.
You can see the path of victory.
I think, yeah, I can
tell
see
you
the path
here in
of
the
victory.
Democrats.
Yeah, you were counting on Manchester Central, though.
But I guess we traded it for West Central in St. Andrew.
Okay, here's St. Catherine. Here's St. Catherine Southeastern here. This is 129 boxes out of 135. And we have the PNP's Alfred Dawes with 7,405 to Robert Miller of the JLP, 6,939. Casey and Radcliffe of the JPP with 64 votes. So 6 boxes left to count here. This was one of those seats that the PNP had some infighting in.
Yes.
And the question was whether it would have hurt Dawes. St. Mary's Southeastern. This is 109 boxes out of 112. And we have the PNP's Christopher Brown having pulled ahead a bit now with 6,313 votes. JLP's Norman Dunn, 6,293. Mark Hutchinson of the JPP with 25. I am sure I heard Ron say this one was taken for the JLP. I'm sure I heard that.
St.
Well, he also said it was
the chairman's seat.
No, sir, I'm sure I said the other one. But all right. St. Mary Western, 129 of 147. Bobby Montague, JLP chairman, with 8,182. Omar Woodbine?
Yes.
Of the PNP, 7,403. Chase Neal of the JPP with 31 votes. St. Anne Northwestern, 127 out of 135. Crystal Lee is holding on to the lead with 7,428 votes. The PNP's Gabriella Morris, 7,077. And here's St. Anne Southwest, 81 out of 105 boxes. The incumbent Xavier Main of the JLP, 5,561 votes to the PNP's Danishka Williams, 4,104. Clive Edwards of the JPP with 30 votes. Go ahead.
PNP has taken Kingston Central.
Sorry, you have to talk louder.
This is showing that the PNP has taken Kingston Central. Let me see. With 100% of the boxes counted. It's
okay, here we have it on screen. Steve McGregor pulled ahead. This is magisterial recount. 4,739 over Donovan Williams of the JLP. The incumbent 4,727. Swanee did the maths for me. That's 12 votes.
12, yes.
All right, this one is headed to a magisterial recount, but the preliminary vote shows Steve McGregor of the PNP. The winner, Garth Barnett of the UIC with 23 votes. And just to say for viewers and listeners that when you have these kinds of close results, as I said, it's inevitable the parties are going to ask for a magisterial recount. When you see like 200 or 50, that sounds like a small margin, but you're not overturning that in a magisterial recount. 12 votes they might be hoping to overturn. Clarendon Southeastern, Pernell Charles Jr., 94 boxes out of 144, 6,004 votes. Sian Barneswell of the PNP, 4,805. Sian Thomas, 38 votes. So Clifford, you start perk up again.
Been perked.
You know, I'm looking at the scales on the two sides. Yeah, at which point one is up and one is down. Here's Northern Clarendon. 95 boxes out of 100. The PNP's Wavell Hines, 5,000. Okay, this declared for Wavell Hines. So the cricketer heads to Parliament. So we'll have a cricketer and an Olympian, it looked like.
Yeah. No, well, Nether Soul is but he played for Jamaica. He was another cricketer in Parliament years and years ago.
But what's his name? Former PNP Gensec. His name is slipping me now. He's in St. Andrew.
Who? Julian?
Julian, he's a former cricketer.
At the youth level.
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah. 129 boxes of 135. St. Ann Northwest, Crystal Lee continues to lead, 7,547 votes to Gabriella Morris, 7,242.
That's slimming. Imagine it.
Manchester Northwestern, 99 boxes out of 104. And this one, okay, Michael Phillips of the PNP, 6,687. Damian Young of the JLP, 5,516. And Tricia Stewart Angus, 36 votes. Okay, let's just give you this last one and then we go to the break. So this is nearly completed. So we can say Everard Warmington, this has been declared. Everard Warmington retains his seat. Let's go to a break. Stay tuned. You can hear some of the critical seats. We're still waiting to hear final results. We're back in a moment.
Back in a moment. Yes, boy. I tell you, say, this is election result. I don't have no joy in me. Look, I just want to drop asleep. Some of it just out and in. Boy, I tell you. I never check it so close. I thought PNP would win hours ago. Call the winner hours ago. And I know me alone think that way there. To what me see I go up on the ground. Boy, I tell you, say, politics, one thing where it's hard to predict. Because it turned out to be, boy, just, me no know. It fucked up. It give them people another 5 years again. Boy, oh boy. Boy, I tell you now, sir. All right, we talk about blood and fire from them. I look at a couple at me in the moment. Same speed. Very sticky. Around here. Very sticky.
March, we are march. Free. Somebody ball out one. Somebody say take them out. Lift your hand and say mighty God. Reverse them. Move them. Pull them out. Spray them out. Every cockroach, every rat, every criminal, reverse them. Every chichi boy, pull them out of parliament. Every criminal, every scammer, every political scammer whose account can't count. All of them whose account can't count. Back them out. Spray them, they push them, some push up in our parliament, then them out, I drink out the milk, pull them out, mighty God, reverse them, indict them, mighty God, Holy Ghost, send a Holy Ghost. I spit them, deport them out of God's house. Some people in there want get deported back of the yard. Send them back. Jezebel, Delilah, send them back of the yard. Ahab, send them back anywhere they come from. Kingston, St. Andrew, Portland, St. Mary. Me I go St. Mary.
Something alright, but why? It's kind of really weird still, you know. Very weird.
Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. You born sexy. You sexy from your born. Spin your roll, make them see the bumper. I no dumper. Walkie, woman. Woman, you sexy from your born. Walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and a talkie up. You back it up, cock it up, fling it up, ice it up. The thing pretty and buffy. Walkie, woman. You know sucky. You like when me shooby up. Walkie, woman. Me like when you sweaty and wetty. Just like when rain a fall off of your body like a raindrop. Walkie, woman. Me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want to brace up, not tears up. Make me feel up. Then we kiss up, and the lips. That and the split up. Yo, walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. You just a walkie, and a talkie up. Yo, the thing pretty and buffy. You know floppy, or sappy. Your skin smooth like a young baby body. That's why them a watchy, and a chatty. Woman, you sexy from walkie. Yo, me like when you wake up and you put on your makeup. Then you say you want come brace up. Yo, make we kiss up, woman. You sexy from your and the lips, not on the split up. Yo, walkie. You just a walkie, woman. Me like how you walk. Woman, you sexy from your band. You like when me draw the long gun and me stick you up. Walkie, just a pinty up. Way, walkie. Woman, you sexy from your band. Woman, you sexy from your band.
more people are engaged in the process. This myth, as Kevin calls it, and rightly so perhaps, that young people don't, vote or they're not engaged in the process might be dispelled, because we're seeing more and more people coming out and engaging in the process, not just at the polls, but we will see it beyond the polls where accountability and demands are concerned.
Well,
but
go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead,
there are some. What is the final seat count? What it is?
34-29 we have now, based on where the parties are. When you talk about declared seats based on the preliminary count and seats where a party is leading deep into the count, it's 34-29, 34 JLP. Yeah.
The other thing that we need to know, what percentage of the registered voters voted.
41.
Voter turnout around about 41%?
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. It was about 41.
That is low.
It's higher than last.
It is.
We had that discussion earlier about how
we had a raging debate earlier.
I was expecting at least 50. As a matter of fact, I was expecting a 55% turnout.
Yes.
Desmond, let's go to another Desmond. Hold the point there, former PAJ boss. Desmond Mackenzie is with Ricardo Brooks at Belmont Road. Ricardo? Yes, we can. Proceed, please proceed.
All right, I'm here with JLP Deputy Local Government Minister Desmond Mackenzie. Let me get your reaction to what's unfolding tonight.
Well, we're seeing history being created the first time in the history of this great and noble institution, the Jamaica Party, the country. We have supported our efforts for a third term in government. I must use the opportunity to say to my party leader and Prime Minister that he has done wonders. He has done something that many, not few of us, few Prime Ministers before, from the Labour Party, as I said. The results tonight, although not yet fully concluded, speaks volume to the work of the Labour Party in the efforts that we put in. In the era of Thieves, because I don't grasp.
Yeah, man, a lot of money spent on this election. And Jamaica always sell out themselves. No matter what them are going, And as far as me see, look like some of the PMP, they want to get buyout. Yeah, man. Simple as that. Because money make people really change, And so make money with them because they will offer any amount of money to get the numbers. And they have the money to spend. Money is no problem. And some people will take the bait. No matter if them come out there and go on. Money at the root of all evil. Money make the mayor run. And that is a factual thing. Right? No matter you see somebody with you and so well and you're my friend, they will sell you out for money. It happens all the while. So the same thing I go on also. So there are a lot of GLP, sensible GLP crossover and vote for PMP, So the PMP now crossover to GLP to vote GLP. Long time they vote GLP, them get a bag of money. Another sum you see it, And plus, the intimidation where them go on with, how the people in a line, long line, I torture them. So all them things, a lot of things them go on with. The money and me I tell you, brother, me I tell you. No, sir. I can't see right through it go on, Money and intimidation. Them two things that win them election. Money and intimidation. And that will make JLP win this election. Yeah. So it's not a fair in the election. Not a fair election. Because when a party have the money, we can run the ads them and things like that. Them gonna really can find way if it just go through. But lot of own, I go sorry for you, Because I know GLP alone. GLP get a lot of money if you stay with them. That's one part. Because a lot of GLP is shaky, but them get the money and them hold it and say, all right, give them another term. PNP, let them get some money too. That's the only way we can see our Bobby man to queue out and win. No, sir. Money run, big. And it's so disgusting. Alright, I know we can't bother even. Now let us leave it at this because there's no joy here by doing this no more. So, you know, people pass through, bless up here, man, because I just get really cross and angry right, you know. Yeah. Really cross and angry. Why, oh boy. The PNP pick up some seats, yes. So they're more stronger, move from 14 to... So you see PNP gone back to the same amount of seats where they have 2020, you know. The PNP gone back to the same amount of seats where they have 2020, 29. So you see what I try to say, you know. If PNP never contest that election 2020, they're more in this position. Because Andrew Holness on crumble already. So you see them come back to the same thing again. If PNP just wait, never contest election, and now this election on a call, they will win by a landslide. Just like when Michael Manley doing the 80s, when they boycott the Siago election, and 89 them win by a landslide, wipe out the JLP. So PNP get that chance and they never do it. Because I talk it a lot of time and keep on talking that in the first part and then I cool it down because I say the PNP have come back together. But they come back to haunt them again. Because they should never contest that election in a 2020. So them give Andrew Holness a chance. Just make him want to win. Just like what Mike and Manley do. Don't come out there. Especially again, make it worse, it was COVID. So when them have a right argument, we say, well, then them not contesting the election because them not going to make them people go vote and get sick and dead. So uno go and uno take it. So you see the time when come now, uno go and clear. Uno depend on a landslide right now. But uno gone back right when I come from. But I'm not telling you now. This will be the next 5 years, you know, people. And that's why I'm really screwed. So, but I'm going to do something here on that now, because I have a strong point to talk on. Because this is something I'm going to talk on from a longer time. I'm going to go back to some of my old video them. When I talk about them things there. The PNP never contest the election 2020. Now tonight will be a landslide. No doubt about it, you know. Because GLP don't wreck themselves. They don't thief the money, them all of them things there. So them couldn't escape this time. So PNP never take the chance. I don't have chance, not to do the chance neither. They never take the opportunity. We see when them call election 2020. Run them and say, well, then we're not voting, we're not contesting it. And look out, and they're going to wait for the 5 years now. So look, what will happen tonight, they're going to win by a fucking landslide. So I'm going to talk on that, not do a program on that, especially because you see it, when I talk about it, I come back to haunt them again, 5 long years, and back to the drawing board again. Because them have the 29 seat, and the same amount of seat them have 2020, when Andrew Holness called the snap election, you know. Same 29 seat I have. And I'm stronger. By MP, you know, fuck up on yourself. And I truth. I one thing I not go around the corner, you know. So anyway, I got to right, cause you see right now, I'm pissed off, yeah man. I'm pissed off. Bad. Pissed off. one thing still. When you come with it's a blood and fire tune, yeah? This is a winning song. So if we never contest election and election are come around now, just like we see I got to do, and Manly never contest it. I want to drop all the song. I want to on the winning Royals Club, but I want to still drop short, brother. Drop short. But what? The song bad, so we'll play it out. And we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. Anyway, people, bless upon yourself. Yeah, man.
If your finger is not sticky, subscribe. But if your finger sticky, do not subscribe on Sticky Stucky TV. Big up yourself, King God, straight.